Hi, I'm Bill Mongelluzzo, Senior Editor with the Journal of Commerce, and I'm based in Long Beach. I've been asked to discuss the topic of the day, which is the congestion that really has been crippling the ports for some months now. It actually started almost a year ago in brutal winter weather that the eastern half of the United States experienced. That set off a chain reaction throughout the supply chain where intermodal rail cars began to miss their schedules. Containers backed up on the docks in LA and Long Beach. It began a problem of congestion that the ports still haven't shaken. As the shipping lines were getting out of the business of providing chassis to their customers, they sold their chassis to the equipment leasing companies, which were not prepared at the time to make this transition. So as a result, the chassis were scattered all over the harbor. Truckers had to go from one terminal to another to pick up a container, pick up a chassis, which in effect reduced their capacity, the truck capacity in the harbor significantly. It added to long lines at the terminals. While this was going on, the uncertainty surrounding the ILWU contract negotiations began to build. The July 1st deadline was in fact missed. And as a result of that, the grievance procedure that is in the contract became null and void. Without the grievance procedure in place, the ILWU began a series of go slow tactics at the TRAPAC terminal in Los Angeles, which is automating its procedures, and this just further compounded the problem of congestion at the ports. What you had is a situation where vessels were coming in, and rather than being worked by 4 or 5 cranes, the terminal operators could only work them with 2 cranes because they had to devote their resources and manpower to the congested marine terminal, the container yard of the marine terminal, which then caused vessels to begin backing up in the harbor. The ports take this problem very seriously. They're doing what they can do as landlord ports. They don't operate these facilities, but they're doing what they can do as landlord ports. Basically what you have is a situation of gridlock. How do we get out of it? Cargo volumes should begin to tail off about the middle of November. They will pick up again in early 2015, but that gives a window of 5 or 6 weeks for the terminals to dig out of their problem. And hopefully during that time too, there will be a contract resolved between the ILWU and PMA, and then that will give more certainty to discussions that involve labor. So it's not a pretty picture. It will continue for a while longer. Hopefully there's an end in sight. Thank you.